My name is Bob Ernsberger, CEO and Managing Partner of North American Ramps, DBA, checkoutOurRamps.com. Today we're going to be doing a brief walk-around video of the Ford Transit Medium Roof 250, show you how the ramp works, some of the options and accessories, and thank you for watching. All right, Ford 250 Medium Roof Transit. What we want to talk about is some of the features and benefits and options of the back gate assembly. And we're going to be pointing out several things. We're going to be talking about the aluminum construction, about the ramp, the extruded aluminum construction. We're going to be talking about the frame assembly that encases the ramp system. We're going to be talking about the rear taillight camera extension. We're going to be making some points on the decorative gap panels that we have for the Transit, as well as the lighting assembly that comes with the ramp system. And then we're going to be talking about the spring torsion bar assembly here at the bottom of the ramp. Let's begin with the back of the ramp. As you can see, there are no doors. The reason we designed the ramp system and frame with no doors was to do a couple things. One is to maximize the width of the ramp, maximize the height of the ramp, and to increase the interior cargo space of the system. The beautiful thing about it is, too, is a couple years down the road, if you wanted to sell your van, you wanted to put the doors back on, you can do that. You can actually take the ramp out and put it on another existing similar chassis as well, so you get the best of both worlds. All of the extruded aluminum panels are locked together. We'll show you that to you a little bit later on in the video, which gives it its 2,200 pound weight capacity. And each panel is designed to lock and integrate together, as well as I-beam construction, and again we'll touch on that later, but that's what gives it the superior strength. So it's made out of 100% extruded aluminum, lightweight aluminum. As well, you have the frame system that encapsulates the ramp system, which is made out of stainless steel. So when you put an aluminum ramp and stainless steel frame design, it mitigates rust and corrosion, and the maintenance is minimal. One of the other options that we put together for the Ford Transit and the other models as well is the extension for the rear view backup camera. The OEM piece is right at the top, which you can see, and because some of our models the frame might get or hinder your visibility in the back, we made a custom mold extrusion that extends the camera about 2 to 3 inches so that you can see straight down the back of the ramp and make sure that you have 100% visibility in back of the van when you're backing up. These are the base plate for the ramp work table legs. Basically, this is secured to the ramp, and if you want to use the work table legs, basically you slide them over, put the pin in, and you'll adjust them as you'll see in later videos. These are the hinge plate covers for the Ford Transit. They're basically designed to be aesthetic. They cover up the factory hinge bolts that you attach the frame to the chassis with. So you've got your upper hinge covers. You've also got your lower hinge covers here that basically do the same thing, the original factory bolts. Another feature that we have built into the ramp assembly is our light assembly kit, which is welded in, makes it easier for wiring. We also supply a wiring kit for the Transit as well. One of the key components to our ramp system is that inside this cavity at the bottom of the ramp, there's a spring torsion assembly bar, which basically mitigates the weight of the ramp from 200 pounds to about 30 to 35 pounds when you're opening it. One more accessory that we provide for the ramp system is what we call our decorative gap panels. When you manufacture and build the ramp, when it's set into the frame, there's going to be a gap between the frame and the chassis. So what we did was create these decorative gap panels to give you that factory OEM finished look. So this is how easy it is to open up and close the ramp. Latch 1, latch 2, hold it on the side, lift down, you're set to go. To close it, just as simple, fold it back up, latch it, and you're ready to go. All right, once the ramp's open, you can see how the accessibility of this ramp is so unique and so much better than any competitive products out there. Some of the ramps out there are maybe 36 inches wide, some are 40 inches. This is full length, full width, 30 plus square feet of platform space, so you can enter from the side, you can enter from the regular front of the loading of the ramp, but the maneuverability you have with this ramp is incredible, and because of that, it makes it one of the safest ramps in the industry today. As mentioned earlier, one of the reasons that we took the doors off was to maximize interior cargo space. Some of the other competitive products out there in the market, the doors end here, and then you have to install the fold-away ramps that sometimes take at least a foot to 2 foot plus of interior cargo space. So with the doors open and the ramp placed to the outside, you actually gain interior cargo space. In some of the Transit models, you can actually gain up to 12 inches of interior space with our ramp system. Now that the ramp's down, we want to show you some of the options and accessories built for the ramp systems, which include ramp extenders, which we'll explain in just 1 second, and the work table legs that turns your ramp into a work table. After that, we'll show you some of our new products with our interior wall liners, our interior wheel well liners, and our storage boxes as well. All right, our ramp extenders work pretty easy. Simple to install. Raise the ramp up, slide this ramp in position. And that's how the ramp extenders work. You can put them together. You can actually move them apart. So if you want to bring a motorcycle up or something with a single wheel, you might only use one ramp extender. You might use 2. If you have a 4-wheeler or ATV, we spread the extenders out like this. And now you can put a 4-wheeler, ATV, golf cart, go right up and down the ramp. The other thing that the ramp extenders does is it increases or decreases the pitch of the ramp. So sometimes without them, you might scrape here. The percentage of that is very low. But if that happens, that's why we created the ramp extenders, to reduce the pitch, to make sure everything goes up easy, unloads and loads with no problems at all. All right, next option is our ramp table work legs. Very simple. We turn this ramp as it is now into a ramp work table using these ramp work table legs. Really simple to operate. Pull the pins out, attach them to the male piece on the back of the ramp. Then you can adjust for the level of the ground using these 2 bolts. So you can adjust the height anywhere from 1 to 3 inches. If you need more space, you simply pull the pins out and move them up in the holes to create even more distance. As well, the feet are gimbal, so they adjust to the lay of the land, if you will, and makes everything nice, flush, and level. To attach the ramp work table legs to the ramp, you put the female end of the ramp legs onto the male base plate, line the holes from the side, make sure you put your pins in through, align it on the other side, get your clip, make sure it's stuck over here to hold it in place, and you're ready to lower the ramp. Once your ramp table legs are in place and you've got these adjusted as best as you can, simply lower the ramp and your ramp turns into an incredible work table. And with 2,200 pound weight capacity, you could work on your golf carts, your motorcycles, your ATVs, your lawnmowers, all up off the ground, making it really simple. And again, the platform space on these ramps is incredible. With over 30 square feet, you can do almost anything, and it's so incredibly safe and efficient. Once the ramp's open, there's a couple features I want to talk about. Number 1 is the base plate for the Transit, which makes the loading and step in really easy because it's even with the floor. We tapered on the end to fit to the loading area so that you can roll equipment in and out without any problems. A couple other things I want to talk about too is the way that we built the ramp. The conformity and how we built this is very important. 1, this is the original factory weather stripping that comes where the doors originally were. We built the frame so that it would contour to the weather stripping to do a couple things. 1, to make it watertight. 2, to reduce the fumes of gas, the possibility of fumes that might come into the cabin, and it's sealed here with the weather stripping. That's really important. Another thing too, out here we have another weather stripping here that basically seals the ramp to the back of the frame. So you've got 2 weather strippings, 1 for the ramp and one for the interior. So you've got really dual weather stripping surfaces to protect and insulate from fumes and or moisture, rain. A couple of the other accessories and options that we carry are interior wall liners, interior wheel well covers, and our new storage boxes. These are available in a smooth aluminum finish. We have another, there's pictures on the website of our diamond plate finish, which kind of looks rugged. So we have two choices, smooth aluminum or the diamond plate finish. But the beauty about the interior wall panels is this. It does two things. One, it's aesthetic, looks good. Two, it provides protection against dents and dings going to the outside of the van. On the interior walls in the cargo, it's just like this, like a 30 gauge metal. And if you just dent that with a piece of equipment, a handlebar, a lawnmower, it'll throw dents to the outside. This paneling stops that. So it stops the dents here. The outside of the van is protected, so you protect your investment from the inside out. Also as well, there are vinyl wall liners out on the market. They're fine, they're aesthetic, but they can puncture. With the aluminum, it doesn't. The other key advantage is the fact that with aluminum wall liners versus vinyl, you can't mount equipment. You can't mount trimmer racks. You can't mount storage boxes or anything on here on vinyl. You can do that with aluminum because it's metal and it holds up the pressure. And so you can outfit this and rig it any way you want to. So that's the interior wall liners. We also have the interior wheel well covers. Most companies make them to conform to the wheel well. What we wanted to do is make them square. Why? The reason we make them square is that they become functional. Because when they're molded to the wheel well, there's really not much you can do with them. It does protect it. But this way, what you do with this is you can store stuff on top of this. This is an optional storage box, so if you wanted some additional storage on top of the wheel wells, now you can put some things in, close it, you've got storage, and you're protecting your wheel wells at the same time. So a couple options and accessories that are worth looking at. One of the other features about the ramp system too is the fact that there is no welding, there's no drilling, there's no hydraulics needed. Everything is matched up to the factory bolt patterns where the hinge plate covers are. The factory bolts screw in here, two up here, two on the bottom. Also the interior here, we've matched those up to the existing factory holes in the chassis. There's 4 bolts up there. And actually there's 2 inside here that we match up to, so there's no additional wiring, there's no additional welding, drilling. It's just set in place, use the factory holes, mount it, and then you're done.